Good morning, good morning, good morning again, everyone. Welcome to today's final front load in another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels, and we're going to that horrible world known as the JRC. But before we do, the disclaimers. Now, as I said in today's previous video, I just woke up, folks. I'm aware I do not look my greatest, but let's face it, it's my day off, and I am trying really hard to get all my videos done now so that I can finally have a pool day. I deserve a pool day. I deserve a day by the pool where I don't have to deal with the stupid that is Twitter or the stupid that is call center work. So, trying to get it done, alright? Forgive me for the hair humidity. My hair always mushrooms up, and I'm sorry for any and all allergies that you have to deal with. To the disclaimers, shall we? Alright, first disclaimer, folks. I am going to do a couple of other videos. One of those you can see up there from the New York Post, of which I am not a fan because those are the same bastards. Trigger warning, I curse. That called Andre McCollum's, and I quote, a thug, indicating he deserved what he got. So if you want to know why neurodivergents do not trust the media and haven't way before the death case, that would be why. One of the myriad reasons of why, when they're not vilifying us, either turning us into the pity victim or turning us into basically, I don't know, maybe Linda Blair from The Exorcist. Thank you, AH. Thank you for furthering the stigma of comparing us to demonic possession. It's not like we didn't already have to deal with this stereotype. We appreciate you reinforcing the ableism. Sorry. Alright, so the two videos are going to be, first off, the media. Oh my god. I work for Wayfair, folks. You know that. I get calls day in and day out for people who are seeking tile, wooden flooring, and God curse the stupid freaking barn doors. Hate those calls, but people renovate their houses to get them ready for sale every day. Normal people. People who are not raking in the millions. So why is it news? Johnny blew all this money to change up his house. Good for him! Same as everyday people do literally every day. What in the name of God do you think my job is? I'll be doing a video on that because, yeah. But to the disclaimers, shall we? Because I'm just done and I haven't even really fully waken up yet. In the description box, folks, you're going to find a link to the article that the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read. It's written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics, where they interviewed and surveyed over 988 professionals in regards to the JRC so-called behavior modification program. Matter of fact, the JRC doesn't want you to read this article so much, they've threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. Well, folks, NeuroClastic has refused, so you know the drill. Please read that article and share it on all your social media. Also included in there is NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding, folks, in case the JRC actually sees through with their threat. Also included in there, the Ozark's first article in regards to the Agape boarding school situation. Agape boarding school, now known as Stone for Help boarding school, is a so-called Christian-themed boarding school based out of Stockton, Missouri, that takes in so-called troubled male teens, that has impending over 21 civil lawsuits, claims, and allegations leveled against it, all which have been substantiated by the Missouri Department of Social Services, and they include the following: sodomy, rape, sexual assault, child abuse, psychological and emotional abuse, child trafficking, starvation, and folks, that's just for starters. You have one former staff member arrested by the FBI, another a doctor who still lives on the premises with full access to the boys, up on multiple, again, substantiated claims of sodomy, rape, and sexual assault of the boys there. You have an attorney general too busy chasing after drag queens and trying to failing to defend public libraries to actually do his job, and you got a governor off his nut. So please read that article and share it on all your social media. Also included all the pertinent links to the Stop the Shocks campaign, including this analysis here done by Dr. Fredda. Hoya's massive, I can't emphasize enough, massive archive on this subject. Take note, journalists. This is how you do research. Also including, by the way, media, the other person's story, even if the other person's story is batshit. Sad. That's all. Jennifer Massemo's behavioral sheet of shunkable offenses. A clip out of the 7-hour ordeal undergone by Andre McCollins. The templates and the ever-present self-explanatory change.org shut the Judge Rotenberg Center down petition. When we discuss the JRC, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of peoples with disabilities being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please use your headphones, all right? All right, trigger warning. This channel is marked not for children for a reason. We use profanity on occasion when we speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, folks, very obviously, parental supervision is advised. Also, another warning. I'm suffering horribly from allergies. Even while I'm not awake. While on decongestants and sinus medication. You're going to hear weird noises probably coming from the back of my throat that I cannot control. You're going to hear a stuffy-nosed voice. You may see me coughing. Apologies for that in advance, alright? Okay, so let's get into where we left off last time, shall we? We're going to keep it short and sweet. Remember, I got to get this thing on the charger because obviously after this and breakfast, a very late breakfast, we have some more stuff to go over today. Selection of instructional strategies. The goal sheets contain an X's IEP, identify goals, but do not indicate which instructional methods were used. Oh, Jesus Christ. Once again, we have the fact that the JRC likes to make their paperwork vague as hell. And they do that for a reason, folks, because if they leave it vague, they feel like it's hiding stuff. It's obviously hiding stuff. If you are intentionally making the explanations on your paperwork vague, you're hiding something. Sorry, not sorry. Okay? Number two, we all know what they do when they actually make it vague. Because if you make something vague, then you can read into it whatever definition that you want to. Yeah. See through is glass, isn't it? And when you refuse to put in instructional methods, I'm sorry, but shady. Shady as hell. The array of methods listed on the goal sheets included graduated guidance and backward chaining. Okay, what the hell does that mean? We're going to guide you through your behaviors. Okay, that's good. Karen, explain to me, how are you going to tie this into my education and my future? Well, let me tell you what people at the JRC and a lot of people in the medical model aren't going to tell you, who actually really think. They don't believe we have a future. put it out there for you. I'm going to say what they want. They don't think we have a future. They don't think it is any use to put in proper transition services because they basically think that we are basically infants in adult bodies, and what we need to be is not educated but managed and controlled. Allow me to say that again. These people don't think we have a future. They don't think we contribute anything to society. They don't see the point in giving us proper education because what they think of us is that we are basically infants in adult bodies and that we need to be managed and controlled. I'm going to say what they want. It is complete garbage and has been proven over and over again to be false, but there are a lot of people from the old school that are still a part of the field. And if you peel back the layers, and I'm real good at peeling back layers, that's ultimately their mindset. Just putting it out there. It is unclear how goals of prompt levels of 100 for bathing or 55 for washing hair would be possible using these strategies. These strategies are designed to minimize the errors and need for prompts. So once again, we're doing basics here. This is about management and control, not education. This is about management, control, and making us more palatable to be able to be tolerated by these neurotypicals that we have to deal with. Okay? For example, in backward chaining, a single behavior is targeted for instruction. How could 100 prompts be needed to teach a single behavior in a single task analysis? Because it's not. It's really not. Yes, I will say with my full chest, that includes the nonverbals. We get the point. We're not 3. Jeez. In graduated guidance, prompts are intensive and initially and then faded. The prompts that are not faded until the student is participating more independently. Again, such high levels of prompts would not be needed. It is unlikely that the staff could systematically follow such vague and ambiguous teaching strategies. Thank you. Again, everything's geared towards behavior and what makes us more palatable to you people. We know we need to bathe. Yes, even the nonverbals. Okay? How can you go so pedantic on these basics and do nothing in regards to transition? Again, because the mindset is that it is a waste of time to educate us. That we're never going anywhere. That we're infants inside adult, teenage, or preteen bodies. And what we need to do is make sure we are managed and controlled and made as palatable to the neurotypical palate as possible. Those are the goals of places like the JRC. Point blank and period. They're not going to do anything to actually focus on trying getting us prepared for the future because they don't think we have one. That is the dark underbelly of the service system. To deny that is to lie to yourself. Because the majority of the folks of that mentality are the individuals that are by and large still the majority. The minority is getting larger every day as far as innovation and real transition services that make sense. But the old guard is still there. And by and large, they hold the majority of the power. And we're going to go ahead and close out on that one, folks. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the comments. I do appreciate your time, folks. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. Goodbye, everyone.